Let's be honest. When most people hear the words corporate wellness, they picture one of two things: a dusty treadmill hidden in the basement of an office, or a break room filled with donuts labeled healthy choice because somebody brought them with skim milk. The truth? Most corporate wellness programs fail. Not because companies don't care, but because they're built on the wrong foundation. Today we're going beyond the break room donuts and looking at what the science and real-world practice says actually works to improve health, productivity, and company culture today on the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast.
Welcome to the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast
with Garrett Williamson.
Health, wellness, exercise, nutrition, and a whole lot more. Got questions? Call us and leave a message at 251-278-EDGE or message us at Personal Edge Fitness on Facebook and Instagram, at Team PE on Twitter, or personaledgefitness.com.
Welcome to the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast. I'm your host, Garrett Williamson, president of Personal Edge Fitness. Thank you so much for joining me today. But before we dive in, a quick reminder. If you enjoy this podcast, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to get in touch with us, give us a call at area code 251-278-3343. That's 251-278-EDGE. Or visit us at personaledgefitness.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram, Personal Edge Fitness. We'd love for hearing from you. Hey, feel free to reach out to me via email, Garrett, Garrett, at personaledgefitness.com. Now let's talk about why the break room donuts aren't cutting it and what real workplace wellness looks like. Most corporate wellness programs over the last 20 years have been sold with the same promise. This will lower your insurance premiums. And yes, in theory, a healthier workforce does reduce long-term costs. But here's the reality. Insurance premium savings are notoriously hard to measure, especially in the short run. And employees don't get excited about that. Nobody walks into the work thinking, boy, I can't wait to help the company's insurance provider balance their spreadsheets. That's why so many of these programs fail. They're built on the wrong foundation. The real return on investment, the one you can see almost immediately, is culture. And companies are starting to realize just how valuable culture really is. Think about it. A positive company culture is what makes employees want to show up, engage with their peers, and stay with the company long term. A toxic culture? Just the opposite. It sends people running for the exit door. So if your wellness program is just another checkbox on the HR to-do list, employees feel that. But if it's something that makes people feel included, valued, and successful, then it strengthens the fabric of the company. Here's an example. In one company we work with, we launched a team-based wellness challenge. Now, here's what was interesting. It wasn't the marathon runner in the office who made the biggest impact. It was the person who started the challenge saying, I've never exercised before. I'm just going to try to hit my step count. When their team rallied around them, celebrating every little milestone, it transformed not just their health, but the way the office worked together. Suddenly, people who had never talked in the break room were cheering each other on. Now that's a culture change. And this is backed up by science. A study in the Journal of Occupational Health Psychology found that short-term, team-based challenges not only improve physical health markers, but significantly increased workplace morale. Another study in the Harvard Business Review showed that companies with high engagement wellness programs, not high cost, but high engagement, saw medical costs drop by 28% and absenteeism fell by 19%. But the real gem buried in that study was that employees reported higher job satisfaction and stronger connections with coworkers. Those of you who own companies, you know how valuable that is. This is why inclusivity is non-negotiable. Programs that are built only for the fittest people in the office alienate everyone else. But when you design wellness that meets people where they are, whether they're bench pressing 300 pounds or just trying to drink more water each day, then everyone feels like they belong. Research from the American Journal of Health Promotion shows that inclusive programs have double the participation rates compared to the athlete-centered programs. And you may not think what you're planning is an athlete-centered program. But if you think through the people that you're going to do this wellness program for, if you think about what you're going to offer, then you think through the individuals that have actually done something like that before. You may find you're excluding a lot of people. And here's the real beauty. When everyone feels included, more people join in. More people join in, the culture improves, and when the culture improves, the company gets healthier as a whole. That's why our mission at Personal Edge Fitness is simple: to help everyone feel better about being themselves. And that doesn't happen by forcing someone into somebody else's program. It happens by helping them find their personal level of wellness. The beginner feels just as much a part of the team as the athlete. The small wins are celebrated as much as the big ones, and suddenly, wellness is no longer about compliance or cost savings. It's about belonging. And when wellness becomes about belonging, it works. If you're an employee, ask yourself this: would you be more likely to join a program where you feel like you're competing with the office Ironman, or one where you simply encourage to improve on your own terms? If you're an employer, remember, the real ROI of wellness isn't just insurance premiums, it's culture. A better culture attracts better talent, keeps employees longer, and makes the workplace somewhere people actually want to be. And if you're curious about what that kind of wellness looks like, what that kind of corporate program looks like, give us a call at area code 251-278-3343 or visit us online at personaledgefitness.com. Shaping a corporate wellness program is much like we shape a personal training program. In fact, it's the same. We want to make people feel better about being themselves. We want to help them reach their own personal level of wellness, and that can be done. It can be done in a corporate program. And helping companies improve their company culture through wellness is just one more way we help you reach your level of wellness. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
Thanks for listening to the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast with Garrett Williamson. Subscribe now and be a part of the show by calling 251-278-EDGE or message us on Facebook and Instagram at Personal Edge Fitness or at Team PE on Twitter, and visit us at personaledgefitness.com.